Well, let's cross live now to Ajao Estate here in Lagos, where Arise senior correspondent Tokunboh Oyetunji joins us now. Tokunboh, great to see you. Not great circumstances, devastating news. What is the situation right now?
Thank you very much, Leila and Aaron, for joining us here at Ajao Estate, or specifically at Murtala Mohammed Street, close actually, off Asa Afariogun Street, in Ajao Estate, near the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, where that unfortunate incident that I just described happened yesterday evening. We've gathered here from eyewitnesses and some officials that the incident occurred due to the explosion. It's actually an industrial gas store. In fact, where I'm standing currently used to be the store where the owner, a woman, an elderly woman and a child, used to dispense industrial gas to their customers. From what we've gathered, they had closed as at that the time that another customer came, and since it was a regular customer, they decided to reopen the store and quickly dispense for the customer. It was in the middle of that process that the explosion occurred. The first explosion led to a series of other explosions, as has been explained to us here, and casualty figure is actually increasing. We came in here meeting men of the Nigerian Red Cross on ground, still looking through the rubble, picking pieces of human bodies, all around. So the Red Cross official that we have spoken to has actually told us that beyond the three figure that had been released as at yesterday, it could tell us two more. They are taking the death toll here to 5. If you look, the explosion caused a lot of other damage apart from human lives that were taken. If you look by my left here, the building here, though a 2-story building under construction, was affected. If you just look at the fence of the building, the edge of one of the pillars there was ripped apart, and on the fence there we could see blood, human blood, where we're told before we came in here this morning that the Red Cross officials had picked pieces of human bodies from that made the officials tell us that the casualty figure has now risen to 5. Leila.
All right, Tokunboh, looking at it, was the gas plant supposed to be situated in that particular vicinity? Because it looks a little bit residential to me.
In fact, that has been a very, very recurring question. Initial report actually told us that it was a domestic gas store. But coming here this morning, we found out that it's not even a domestic gas store. It's an industrial gas store. It's a question that we've been asking all around. This is a residential area. Should a store like this be sited here, looking at how volatile such business could be? I have a man here who seems to know so much about what has happened here, who actually explained to us that this store is not a domestic gas store, it's an industrial gas store. He's been telling me so many things, and I'll quickly go to him, and he will explain more to us about what has happened here today. His name is Mr. Davis Okenwa. Mr. Okenwa, please join me over here. We can talk to you more about what has happened here. You are the secretary of chairman of the
Petroleum Gas Retailers branch of Nupeng, Lagos.
In Lagos. And you have been telling me so many things about, behind the camera about what happened. Tell me what exactly happened at this point where we are.
Well, at this point, as we can see, we are standing right inside the shop, and this is the entrance, which is well concreted. My observation here is that the woman said purely oxygen gas, not LPG. Okay. It doesn't deal with anything that relates with LPG. What he says is carbide, acetylene, and oxygen. Okay. So that's what he said, with some oil, as we can see here, paint, nails, bolt and nuts, as it's being displayed everywhere. So that is what happened here. So yesterday, I heard over the news, the report making around is cooking gas. That's why I rushed down here. And the reports we are getting from people around here is that the woman had already closed. Yes, this is her car, right there. This is the keke of one Alpha that came with an oxygen cylinder to buy maybe half or quarter. Okay. At that process, there's a way they dispense it. There's a way they have to connect from field oxygen to empty oxygen and open boats until the pressure equals. That makes it half. Then when you go to that half and bring another empty and they put it together, open boat, it makes it quarter. So maybe at the process, as we can see here, at the process of this is the head of, can I pick it? Yeah, this is the connector. It will have two ways. This one is to one oxygen, the empty one. Another one that cut off here will go to another one filled. Okay. Then when the two are opened, the one that is filled, the other will go to the other one to equal the pressure. Okay. It makes it half. So maybe along the process, this thing cut off and the explosion ensued. With other oxygen cylinders inside the shop, as we can see across there, one explosion ignites the other. Now, by the virtue of the cupboard, this is the tin of the cupboard, by virtue of this cupboard, which they're selling is in stones, they use it to energize, to prepare fire for the oxygen to fasten it. So it now ignited fire here. If we see there's no much fire problem here, if you look at the rubbles, it all involves explosion. That's true. So the fire incident is a little. See, the woods did not burn. Most of them did not burn. It's just that multiple explosion, which you can see across more than 20 oxygen cylinders, as I counted it.
Mr. Akinwa, a question that constantly worries the mind is the sighting of retail shops, of retail gas stores in areas like this. This is a residential area. Is there anything your association is doing in conjunction with the authorities, the regulatory body, to actually ensure that, when you're citing your stores, your shops, they are taking away from where it could cause only minimal damage if accidents like this happen, because accidents will always happen.
If we talk of in the area of LPG gas, we know that we have a regulatory body, which is DPR. And in their regulations, we know their rules and their regulations. I don't think in the addition is actually out of residential place, but there are standards put in place. Your shop must be ventilated, well ventilated. Your shop must not be located near somebody's frying akara or doing popcorn or welder's workshop. These are the things that can cause fire to ignite in the area of LPG. You understand? So it is in the prerogative of the government. If there's any new policy, they should know that LPG cooking gas is domesticated. It is for home use. I don't think bringing a policy taking them to a desert will be to the advantage of the masses. You understand? You need to be in the neighborhood, but there must be standard policies. You have fire extinguisher, you ventilate your shop. You understand? You put in the rules, put the standards. Yeah, it's good to go. But in this case, it's industrial gas. And our body does not have anything to do with industrial gas, both DPR. So I don't really know the body that regulates industrial gas, which is oxygen. So I don't know the standard. But what I observe that is bad, that government should put up a policy to stop, is the issue of dispensing one oxygen to the other. The government is still battling on how to stop dispensing gas from cylinder to cylinder. Yes, but this one is bomb himself.
Okay, Mr. Akinwa, thank you very much for talking to us. We appreciate your time explaining what has happened here to us. If you permit me a little more, I will just take you so my cameraman can, go over the barricade here to show some of the exploded oxygen cylinders, that was just explained to us by Mr. Davis Okenwa. The store here is actually located, close to a school, and this barricade has been put up here, to protect the school. Thank God the school was not in session when it happened. Probably we could have been talking of more casualties now involving school pupils, but that did not happen.